Coming up, Test Drive heads to the Corvette factory in Bowling Green, Kentucky for an inside look at what it takes to build an American dream car. Welcome back to Test Drive. We're inside the Corvette assembly plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky, where every Corvette since 1982 has been produced. We're joined by Jeff Webb, who is the Body and Paint Systems Area Manager. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, this is an exciting place if you're a Corvette lover.
It's a place to be if you're a Corvette lover.
Now, being as limited production and specialized as the Z06 is, what special challenges did that present when you went to make it from a prototype to a mass-produced vehicle?
The Z06 has particular challenges. We have carbon fiber panels for the fenders. There's a different width to the car as it goes through the paint shop and the body shop. We have aluminum frames. There's some weight differences in the car as it goes through. So there's a lot of small items that go into it that are necessary to build a car like the Z06.
One thing that jumps out, these engines are built like in a race shop. One guy builds every Z06 engine from start to finish. How did that come about?
What they did is we have an area called the Performance Engine Center. And basically what happens is once the design is made for the car, we have one individual, one technician responsible for the whole engine from start to finish and signs his name on every one. When it leaves, it was built by that technician when it comes in and goes into the car.
Now, one key difference between the Z06 and the coupe and convertible is the frame. The frame rails are hydroformed. They're the same frame rails that the C6 race car used, exactly the same. What is hydroforming and why do you do that?
Hydroforming is basically you fill the inside of one of our stock tubes with fluid, and then you put it under extreme pressure to help mold it. What it allows us to do is actually form the rails and more intricately than we are just by cutting and welding like a typical frame, but actually adds structural strength to the frame, which obviously adds to the structure of the whole car.
Well, the action in here is frenetic. I know you're busy. Thanks for taking time out to talk to us.
Well, I'm glad you could come today. If you get the chance, go across the street to the National Corvette Museum, get a closer look at a lot of the things we talked about today.
If I was ordering one of those Z06s we just saw roll off the line, I'd have it delivered here to the National Corvette Museum. Wendell Strode, you're the executive director. Is that a crazy thought?
No, that's a wonderful thought. We had 775 individuals that took delivery of their new car last year here at the National Corvette Museum. That's option RHC, and they'll need to check that off at the dealers when they're ordering their car.
Now, tell us about the museum. What are you all about?
We try to present the cars from the standpoint of when they were first produced, beginning in 1953. So we have sections that are devoted to each of those generations. We also have a section dedicated to the racing performance area, the design area, the engineering area. So we try to cover all bases, all generations, going back to 1953.
Now, there's a lot of great cars here, as you alluded to. If you had to pick out 2 or 3 favorites or ones that people find the most interesting, what are they?
Well, the 1953 that Ray Quinlan donated to the museum would be a favorite because he said, if you build a museum, I'll donate you my car. Another one I like is the 1991 ZR1 Spider, the only ZR1 convertible, and I think that's a really unique car.
Hey, Wendell, thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
What a great walk down memory lane. Makes you long for the good old days. A simpler time, 32-cent gasoline. But if I have to choose between 32-cent gasoline and 1957 technology and the Z06 and $3 gasoline, I'll spend my last dollar filling up that bad boy. At the start of the show, we asked, does this car have a chance against Ferrari, Porsche, and Lamborghini? I've got news for you. If those guys show up on a racetrack with this monster, they're going to leave bloodied. Huh, it's almost naughty. I have to say, I don't think I've ever called a car naughty before.
It's time to show. Try it again.
Are you saying Europeans are more refined than us? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think that I am more refined than you. No, I'm kidding.